noise now. We're not here for our health. We're here because this is a state of emergency for our community and a state of emergency for this country. How in the world can we call ourselves the land of the free, the home of the brave, and you get vilified and criminalized just for speaking your mind? The NFL has proven with their treatment of Colin Kaepernick, they do not mind if black players get a concussion. They just got a problem if they get a conscience. So if you take a knee, they will then try to step on you. And woe unto all of these sellout Negroes who want the players to be politically correct. Michael Vick, it ain't about a dog, it's about being a man. It's not about his haircut, it's about his hair, big head being on straight. And so for all of the black boys in the inner cities who think that football is their only way out, we have to stand. Rosa Parks sat down. Medgar Evers got gunned down. Muhammad Ali found himself deteriorated. But we find, in the words of Public Enemy, it's going to take a nation of millions to hold us back. The real eclipse that happened was not on Tuesday. The real eclipse is on Wednesday. Because black and brown people are unifying to put out the light at the NFL.
That's right.
Before we came out, the NFL pulled down the American flag. They pulled down the American flag to suggest what we are doing is not patriotic. But we are Americans. Just like Langston Hughes said, I too sing America. They ask me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I just laugh and eat well and grow strong, for tomorrow they'll see I too am America. Every proud American who knows America has not seen its best day yet, make some noise right now.
That's right.
We're not trying to make America great again. We're trying to make America great for the very first time.
That's right.
For those who pray that this is not political, I want to ask directly the owners of the NFL Team Association, if it is not political, how is it that the Owners Association gave $110 million for Donald Trump's inauguration? If it is not political, how is it that Tom Brady could wear a hat that said "Make America Great Again" and he can still have a job, but if you grow an afro, you get blackballed and you're put on the side? Something is wrong. Nothing is rotten in Denmark. It's something rotten in the NFL, and we can smell it from here, and that's why we came from all over this country. Sir Walter Raleigh said we can see further because we stand on the shoulders of giants. Tamika is here, Linda is here, Carmen is here, Mark is here, Simone is here, but we owe a debt of gratitude because the original civil rights activists have come to stand with us today, all the way from Selma, Alabama, and we honor you today. Would you make some noise for those who have come? And let it be said, the most dangerous and most feared thing in America is educated black men. And we are so proud to partner with the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated because strong men still keep coming. This is not an emotional moment. This is, in fact, strategic organizing. If, in fact, at the end of last season, every owner of the NFL Association received $243 million of revenue just from advertisers, but they feel no responsibility to sow back into the black community. If 75% of all of the players are black, but 85% of the fans are Caucasian, then they are trying to turn the playing field into a cotton field. And it is not going to happen on our watch. The old Negro spiritual said, before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. So if you could give $110 million to Donald Trump, who is committed to dividing our nation. You need to give back into black and brown communities of 32 cities so that we can do community organizing, so that we can watch what's happening with aggressive and militarized police, and we can in fact begin in the pattern of the Black Panthers, begin to protect ourselves from police that refuse to protect and serve. In every city that there is an NFL team, we are expecting a financial investment back into community organizations and churches and those who are doing the grassroots work, so that this is not an emotional moment, but this is in fact a strategic alignment. The last thing America needs is another black man unemployed. And so I want to say to the 32 team owners, will one of you have a conscience? Will one of you wake up? Will one of you realize you'll never win until you got a black man as a captain? America found that out under Barack Hussein Obama, the greatest president we've ever had. Yes. Yeah. We're giving the NFL, who declined our request to meet, until September 7th, which is the very first day of the NFL kickoff, that we demand a meeting. And we are prepared to negotiate, but our self-respect is non-negotiable. I want to ask that all of the conveners will come and stand with me, because this is not Jamal Bryant. We stand together in a unified front. Be one of the largest donors, one of the largest sponsors of the NFL is Verizon. And Verizon just last football season gave $130 million to the NFL. In case you don't know, a lot of black and brown people are on Verizon. So we are asking Verizon to support us in this cause, in this effort for this 3-point plan. I'm asking you, Verizon, before it gets tight, can you hear me now? Because America only moves on money. The reality is, it is not about patriotism, because the football players never were out on the field for the national anthem until 2009.
That's right.
In 2009, the Department of Defense gave the NFL $5.9 million for the players to be on the field so that they may look patriotic. We are tired of the hypocrisy and no time for fake ones. Verizon, everybody shout out loud, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
We're asking you, either you roll with us or you gonna get rolled over on. We're asking every person to locate and identify Verizon. I want every person to go on your social media using the hashtag, can you hear me now? Everybody say it again. Can you hear me now? Come on, say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Say it one more time.
Can you hear me now?
The NFL has a responsibility to meet with us and to be answerable to these 3 reasonable requests, because we refuse to let the NFL practice legal human trafficking. That you can in fact deal with our bodies but never want to handle our minds. We salute Colin Kaepernick, and we look forward to him being gainfully employed within this league. And if not, it's going to be a real blackout, and the eclipse will be televised. Somebody make some noise. What's getting ready to happen? I want to ask my sister Linda to give us directives as to how we mobilize from the ground up, in order that you would understand this is not a moment, it is a movement. Make some noise for Linda as she comes.
Jamal, Bryant, I told you he was going to give our brother a round of applause.
That's right.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
As Jamal said, our sister's going to come forward, but they said that they wanted us to bring her forward more formally. We know the hashtag has been I stand with Kaepernick, right? And there has been only one other I stand hashtag, and it's for our sister, I stand with Linda. Y'all know who Linda is, don't you?
Linda Carter?
They've been coming at this sister for some time now, but she still has the courage to not back down and to stand up with us. So please welcome, not only do we stand with Kaepernick, but we stand with Linda.
I stand with Linda.
Our sister, Linda Sarsour. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Let me hear you, New York City. I don't believe you because that man in that boardroom up there needs to hear you. Let me hear you, New York City. So I want to make something real clear. For a long time, we've been talking about ending white supremacy, and people been saying that we were really radical, that was a radical thought to put forth. All of a sudden, in the past few days, ending white supremacy became a mainstream idea. See, sisters and brothers, it'll take a lot of courage for you to stand up after white coward men with tiki torches start walking around the place like Charlottesville. It takes real courage to go after the real white supremacists, the ones in the suits in the boardrooms, the ones sitting in Congress, the ones who are profiting off the very communities that are here today. So we need to ensure that the very people who are living luxurious lives off the profits that we put in their pockets hear us real loud. Power concedes nothing without a demand. So we can't just be out here hollering and talking about how angry and mad we are. We gotta be clear. Number one, we stand with Kaepernick. We want him to get signed. Because if the NFL can sign rapists, domestic violence abusers, animal abusers, then you know what? They can sign a man who stood up for what is right and highlighted the injustices to the underrepresented communities that he comes from. Colin Kaepernick is not doing this for Colin Kaepernick, because Colin Kaepernick could have easily said, I'ma stand here, put my hand on my heart, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. He made a decision that he knew was not politically expedient for him in his career, but he made that choice anyway. The question is, what are you ready to do for the communities that we come from? So the Reverend Jamal Bryant talked about Verizon. And Verizon is one of the largest advertisers of the NFL. So we gonna give them a chance, because you know we like to give chances, because we good people, right? I want you to tweet